Did
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Motion,
We are adjourned.
make a motion to approve the minutes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved.
Communications, there was some concern about what was going on with conservation about the employee who left and took some stuff with them. It's all been returned and everything's in good standing. I think they've hired another ranger who's gonna live on site.
Did he announce?
No, not yet.
Okay.
They also hired an office assistant. I could look up her. I can't announce her name. Let me look here. Brandy, she been and got her paperwork done? You don't know?
Last I knew, we hadn't gotten it back yet.
Okay. Just trying to see if I can find it as quick as I can. Molly Hicks. So that's who they hired for the office assistant. I guess she was a naturalist down at Mahaska County, which would be just you can do some naturalist things too, which is good. I also got contacted by, if you remember last year, we had that landlocked parcel down by Kitty Kynes.
I totally forgot all about that.
Yeah, so and I kind of forgot about it too. So he contacted me again to see if we're still interested in selling that parcel. I got the number 163501042.
Did we pass that on to find out how we own that, or?
I think we did, but I'll have to go back. I'll just run over to the county attorney's office afterwards.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I think last year drove down and took a look at it.
Yeah, it's like you can't get to it. It's landlocked. It's all. So. Yes, yeah. Figure out what we want to do with that again. And that's it.
And early childhood and nothing, they're just talking about the laws that are possibly gonna get passed. So it was basically, they know nothing yet until something gets passed, but then we had Pioneer Cemetery and last night, and all's good there. They might be coming for a budget amendment possibly.
Depends on the string goes.
That's, yeah, so, but they're already talking about it, so just a heads up. And then they also wanted me to ask you, Brandy, they got some grant money for fixing headstones or something. And if they put that into their fund, will it just go to the general fund, or can they use it for the paying the guy for the headstones? Can they just sign the checks to him? Apparently, is the question she was asking. Can they just endorse the checks?
This year?
Yes. They got the checks already from the grant. They did not know that they were gonna get it or not, I guess.
But they'll expend it.
That's the plan, yeah, I believe.
Ask me again, please, about that.
So they got the check, or there's two checks
Yeah.
for some reason. But I mean, they're for the same amount, I believe. But for a grant for fixing headstones, and they have to pay the individual for fixing them.
Mhm.
And they were wondering if they should just endorse those checks. Then no, okay.
It should be, we should deposit it.
Deposit it and then they can
And
use
then
it.
they can issue the claim
Okay.
to spend it.
Did they do amendment then that they received money?
Should.
Okay.
So the budget amendment, that it came in and then it's gonna go back out, right?
Mhm.
That would be the time to do the mowing budget too, then.
Oh, well, let them know. But other than that, everything was pretty much, oh, they did another thing they did, we did accept the mowing bids. And it was the same people as last year, so.
Is there something changing with one of the townships in mowing?
Not that they said, but
I had a phone call a couple of days ago, someone called and they were interested in bidding it.
Well, they sent bids out for everybody to, if they wanna rebid them.
yeah,
And the Fillmore clerk told them to contact me.
well, there was some talk about that, cause they thought, was it like a landowner that called you? Yeah, I think there's some confusion there maybe, but I know Scott, Hamlin talked to him, and I don't know if it's all taken care of, but I think the assumption was that,
So I just told the individual that called me that I didn't know that
Yeah.
anything was changing.
I don't
but
think it is, I think
Cemetery.
they think it is,
he was
because
caring for them.
I think they thought that maybe the Pioneer Commission was taking over the billing, or the paying. But, so, yeah. But that's it. I do have something for Nick too, I got a couple. I'll wait for him.
What, Muddy Road?
Need rock.
Usually if you want to, if you go look at them, you just call them and they'll go look at them right away. You don't have to do it.
Okay. Wow, that was just yesterday.
Just for future reference.
Yeah. They were gonna call someone else too, so.
I just had a couple of things with the weather that came in, our emergency generators for some of the towers kicked in, and I believe, and, one of them was having some starter problems, and some mice got in there and chewed some stuff up, but I think they're working on it, maybe being covered under insurance, so if you hear any buzz on that, that's what it was, and then we all received an email on that, dog complaint, and I'm kind of following up on that, so I think I got Kevin in on the emails. I didn't think you'd all want in on the emails with it, but I think probably just want briefed on what it comes out to after it's done. Either that, or I can put you on the emails too, but.
Well, okay. If there's something important, you can tell me.
Okay. No, just following up on it right now, so,
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'll be dealt with.
yeah, hopefully, so.
Nice.
Is that it?
That's all I had for the week.
Still working on a situation for the sewer down at the transportation, trying to figure that out. I keep pushing to get that something going, so we don't wait till winter again.
Talk with conservation too. See if they might be able to help out with what they're doing at Gateway.
They have a plan down there,
Yeah.
because we have to put a grinder and a,
Well, I think they're just gonna put don't quote me. Check with him and see if they might want to upgrade it. If they want to put a flush toilet in, they could maybe,
that'd be going to the east. Right now, we're planning on going to the west.
right, they might want to help, they might help with the lift station, is what I'm saying.
The ambulance building down here, the AC went out. Actually, it was a mini split. They're switching it to an AC unit, so they're replacing that. Then we need to figure out what we want to do with this mental health advocate for the sheriff and funding it, and if we can use the task force money, that's proposed task force opioid money.
And it's legal to use that though, right?
So far, it sounds that way, but you can't pull everybody together and say everybody's an opioid mental health issue. You gotta, you are, you're not, you are, you're not.
This would be a percentage.
Right. That's the way I understand that. You can't blanket everybody.
Who would be in charge of
Sorting it out,
Yeah,
I would assume that to be the sheriff's office. We don't know knowledge, I don't think we can find out.
yeah,
Hit the junk.
right. Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's,
It's the best option.
I guess, yeah, I would say so.
So that'll go forward, yeah. I think that's all I have. Oh, then we'll get on, I'm gonna jump down here, we'll get, number 10, before I forget. Spyglass, which I don't think you know anything about that. So that's a company, it's a company that came in here, went through our phone system and everything. We have a lot of lines that we were paying for that we don't even use anymore.
Yeah.
They found us all, and we paid like a percentage, I think, of what we saved. They'd like to come through and do it again. I don't know if it's necessary, but I said he'd ask me to take it to the board and see what they'd say.
Is there a fee for, I mean, if they come and they find nothing and,
Then we pay nothing, I think.
okay,
Since they're all on one line now, does it?
I don't know how it can be,
yeah,
because it takes a lot of time for you guys to go through all this, give them all the records that they want.
oh, so it is not just them coming in, it's,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know, I guess, see the need. unless
Our
they-
analysis is still contingent and fees are still 100% success based. So if we don't find any new savings, there's no cost to the organization. It's just that we have time spent for everybody to go through everything.
And if
That's the downside. And we just did it 2 years ago,
Maybe 3.
3 years ago.
3 years ago that we said,
Yeah.
2 or 3, I can remember, yeah. There was a lot of lines that time.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody ever had one since then.
I mean, you guys would know more about that than I would, but
But that's
They're
just,
all being on the same number though, isn't that?
you know, I don't know.
I just tell them we went to a different, explain what phone system we went to, and they You would think they would say, okay, if nothing, we don't
Well,
get
I
that.
kind of need more of a yes or no on you guys.
I would just,
You think it's necessary?
I don't either,
Say
but
no then,
I just wonder why they would, you know, once you
Because,
told them.
because that's their business to reach
I
out
know,
to
I
business.
but
know.
yeah, I say no. I'm a no.
Yeah, I think no this time.
I'm good either way, so.
I'll tell him he can come up again in a couple of years if he wants to.
Yeah, let's tell them to read me out, circle back around a couple of years again. By the time we might have a new phone system again.
Okay, we'll go on the other stuff. Liquor licenses,
Make a motion to approve the liquor licenses.
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion approved. Tobacco permits.
One is for Amco Williamsburg, Maverick, Interstate, and Dollar General in North English.
Make a motion to approve the tobacco permits.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion approved. Appropriations, maintenance. Schedule public hearing for budget amendment number 3.
May 15, 10:15.
Is there a motion for that?
May 15th, we said at 10:15.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to do that. May 15th, 10:15.
Second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Motion approved. The county chairman, county recorder's quarterly report. Do we have anything for next week as of now?
I don't know what's on the agenda, but I may go to Eldora for a night.
I'll just handle their transportation for them.
Nick better be here for this before long. Just be late for Nick.
No, I haven't got an agenda from him either.
So I'll plan to go to Eldora unless something comes up.
Okay.
And I gotta go move Joe home.
Just plan on being gone then.
I'm still gonna send you a link for 10:15 for that public hearing, just to. Is that okay?
It's on a Friday.
Yeah, I'll just make it a regular meeting. I'll label it as,
Oh, okay.
I'll label it as public hearing.
All
though.
right, thank you.
Got me close.
Yeah, we had no agendas. We thought maybe you weren't coming today.
Oh, I forgot to email it to you?
Yeah, we thought, well,
Yeah, Friday, you're golfing.
yeah, before the storm came, but
It's a good idea.
no time to go.
I got something, since nobody's called in about muddy trout roads.
That's right. Only had one person. That was yesterday. He called me like at 11.
Well, maybe I don't even have to say it.
It was Kevin.
It's me. I was thinking, wait a minute, that's the time I called.
Yeah. He said the road to my house is long.
Yeah, the road to my house is awful.
9:15.
To your house? Your house is pavement.
Took a minute, didn't it? Motion to go to the public
I'll
hearing.
make a motion to go to public hearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. We are in public hearing. Public hearing road right of way, portion of unused right of way along F52 Trail and F Avenue. We have a visitor here. He was in there. He says he remembers when they did it.
Yeah? Sweet. What year was that?
1968.
68?
I was farming the ground with the
You and I
Not even
were-
one of them. Long time ago.
Well, I was like 2 years old.
About 8. No, 20. I I just thought it kind of did what I wanted to. That'd be interesting to see. I was there when they signed the paper to do the easement. I wondered how you vacate one, so I better go and watch.
Is it a written notice?
No written.
Nothing, no verbal either? Do you have questions? It doesn't know. Is there a motion to go out of public hearing?
I'll make a motion to go out of public.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We are out of public hearing. Now,
She has the resolution to sign. There's a map there, proof of publication. The map is just parcel 1. With 6 acres, give or take 7.
So like Star Wars.
And you guys are vacating it, as is. Like, no,
we don't establish ownership to anybody. We just walk away from our easement.
that's true, yes.
There's an existing deed in place subject to the easement.
We're giving up our easement.
Yeah.
The deed in place, so the easement just was,
Yeah, but we don't,
doesn't make any difference. You just, it ceases to exist if you do this.
So then we have to make a motion to approve resolution number 2026-04-17, approving the vacation of unused right-of-way and disposition of real estate.
I'll make that motion.
One second.
You can do the roll call.
Montrose,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Deegan.
Aye.
Aye.
combined in there. He's not, you should be used to it. You can go first now all the time. All right, we will get that recorded. All right, next thing we have is we'll just do them one at a time here. Amend the DOT budget for this year. Remember how we moved up the motor grader, kind of? So I have to allocate more for,
Did they get figured things out like they all, down whatever with the wing you're talking about?
they took off the wings so that he could go out there and use it to grade roads. I have not heard back this week from anybody. And I believe those are the exact same numbers that I gave Brandy for you guys. When you do your-
This is an amendment though, right?
Yes,
So is there a motion to approve the chair to sign the budget amendment for the secondary roads?
I will make that motion. The chair to sign.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
So it's the same thing that you guys do for your budget, except this one's for the state.
Passes right there.
Okay, and then here is you can do them separate together, it doesn't matter to me. That's for next year, that's the budget, and one's the budget, one's the 5-year plan.
So we have to amend the 5-year plan because.
Nope, it's not amending anything, this is my annual 5-year plan and annual budget I give to the state. Same numbers I would have given Brandy for next year's budget. And we also have to submit a 5-year plan, which is the bridges and roads, anything construction related.
So the thin one is which one? The budget?
That one's the budget, yep.
So there's a motion to approve the budget.
State's already approved it.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Is there a motion to approve the 5-year plan?
I'll make the motion to approve the 5-year plan.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Meeting, please.
All right. Now we have bridge embargo resolution. Calhoun Burns came and talked last week. I think I talked to you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bridges get their postings lowered, and then I did ask them to do one bridge that was under 20 feet, more like a dragway. And they gave that one a 21-ton posting. I do have a sticky note here on the side that talks about when they're kind of going to be replaced. That's just for some notes there, but just want the highlighted ones are the ones that are getting lower. But there's the resolution. I don't need a number. So yeah, a lot of those are already in the schedule to be fixed. And if not, we will
Half of them.
have them. This one that's less than 20 feet, once we get these replaced, we'll probably be able to accommodate that one. Yep. And those other ones that are now have a lower posting, those will kind of move to the top of our future list because we usually don't have postings that get down to 15 ton. But they're not, I don't think they're overly large. Is the one might be decent size. So it won't be a big.
Is there is there a motion to approve resolution 2026-04-17A, changing the posting on the bridges?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, is this another resolution vote? Roll call? No. Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Resolution approved.
Beautiful, thank you. All right, the last thing I have real quick, or one of the last things. We need to pick a consultant to design the F-46 curve east of Williamsburg. So we put out requests for proposals. I got all this back last Thursday. We took a day to go through them. Everybody in the office, I kind of made a spreadsheet based on, they have scores based on the price, experience, county DOT experience, then also surveying and kind of their permitting and stuff. Now, we had 6 responses: MMS, Feenstra Kim, Ernst Reiniker, Anderson Bogert, Shoemaker Holland, and HR Green. I'm gonna work backwards here. So, Anderson Bogert, while they do very good work, and I do know their team members, and I like that team, this is a very simple project. Any engineering firm should be able to do this. We are doing part of the work. I know how it all needs to get done. So for that reason on their price, because they are twice as high as most other people, I'm gonna eliminate them. HR Green, they also have the second highest price. They did dedicate, a lot of hours, which is reflected in the price, which I think is good and shows some stuff, but again, you have to eliminate people, so their score was a little bit lower, based on their price was a little bit higher, and the fact they did not mention the permitting process. French Reniker, they did mention, now I do like them very much too. They came in at 90,500. I'm bouncing around here, kind of going the highest price to the lowest price. They do a lot of jobs for counties, and I like everything about them. They mentioned their permits. They are down from Fairfield, and they appear to be good too. I would rank them as number 2 on the list, even though the price was a little bit higher than some. They did mention that they were gonna do the permits, and because that does take time and money, so they were gonna get number 2. Beanstra and Kim and Shoemaker Holland, they are competitive on price. They do not mention permits, which means that's why the price comes in a little bit lower, which again is fine, we could do that, but you can't base it on price alone then. And then I do have some of the concerns with what they submitted down below, like Beanstra and Kim did not have enough time dedicated, I feel, so that's why I feel like their their estimate came in lower too. I didn't want to see them go over that amount and then start billing. And then Shoemaker Holland, I have the reasons down there too. With that being said, overall, me and the guys scored probably MMS as the best. They had a price of 86,500. We are familiar with their team members. They've done, they do a lot of surveying for us, so they're familiar with our process. They mentioned all the permitting extensively, and they are local out of Iowa City. And, I did have a conversation on the phone with Scott, our engineer, who will be designing it.
And their price looks like it's fixed compared to everybody else's, just estimated.
That's what it says, yeah. I mean, they have a fixed price. If you want services above and beyond, you can hire it, but
Yeah.
it's like a not to exceed price.
But everybody else, if they go over that, they could charge.
Yeah, and yeah, you're correct. And I don't think some of them will, except for that Beanstra and Kim, their hours look really low. Because like they had, half or a quarter of whatever HR Green did. And I think just with our good relationship with them and being such a simple project, I'm not afraid to call their office up and tell them exactly what we want. Now we will be doing this again for W21, the south 2 miles, and that will get graded a lot differently because that is a more extensive project. But I guess our office is proposing MMS consultants. And because this is FM funded, we have a nice spreadsheet here to score, and I guess we'd just like you guys to approve it. I've never done it with FM. I got to get it approved by the DOT. So just in case the DOT asks if the board approved it, I'd like you to make a motion to do that.
Make a motion to go with MMS. Don't you want?
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
You'll do that.
If you keep them, awesome, and.
Is all the rock done or not?
Not quite, not quite, they're finishing up, Drake today, is whatever district that is. And I think they have another district in the middle of the county too.
I did a call or a text from somebody yesterday about rock. They thought they needed more rock. I can talk to you about it later.
But we're putting down, you know, that contract, if we can, and we're spotting whenever we can. We get, every boat truck that's available today is spotting.
Then he had a question, and I'm curious too, how's come, would it be cheaper to haul rock throughout the year, or is there a reason to do it all at once in the spring? Is that just because of the roads? I mean,
Our contract rock?
yeah. Or do you have to do it all at once? You know what I mean? His question, and I guess it was a good question, is would we be able to do it, the county, throughout the year cheaper than subbing it out to someone, you know what I mean? Have our guys.
And we do haul throughout the
Right.
year whenever it's wet. But I mean, our guys are also busy building bridges.
Right.
And it's not like they're just sitting.
No,
around.
I understand.
That would be an okay thing if we were just sitting around all summer.
Right.
And that's why we do try to haul in the winter our own stockpile to get it as close as we can. So that way in the spring, when it's wet, we go. And also, we usually try to get all the hauling done in the spring when it's the wettest so that it's down for the whole summer.
Right.
And I don't think they really want us hauling when it's super dusty and we're blowing through everybody's dust controls.
Right.
Those are the main reasons.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious too. He brought that up, and
So that's what I would.
do you get a better price for doing it all at once? You know what I mean? From like the quarry, you think? I mean, or if you were to just.
Yeah, well,
basically-
I think the quarries they're pretty much, their price is their price. Now, we, I think that their price is their price. And yeah, we haul, like we even used to pay to have most of that stockpile shipped in. We do still sometimes, but we hauled all that in ourselves. And so from there, we can take it where we need to go.
Yeah.
To get 7, you know, I think you want to put it down in the spring when it's wet. You don't want to put it down in the fall before the snow. People would be calling in right now, being like, we want rock, to be like, well, we're not going to haul to you until July.
Yeah.
Because people feel we should do it throughout the year. They'd be like, well, it's muddy now.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're coming in July.
Okay. Well, that's the answer I want. I mean, I can, relay. I figured it's that.
You want to leave?
Go right ahead, I'll jump up here though.
Marengo is working Marengo, the community here, is working to raise money for that trail, to re-rock along the levee. And they're gonna do some extensions. Are you guys aware of all this?
I think so.
So they're gonna kind of re-rock the top of it, and then they're gonna extend it, on the east side of Eastern Avenue down here, and then they're gonna cross 212 and go down there. So because they're doing that and paying an engineering firm to do that, they have to cross Eastern Avenue or V66 out here, and they have to cross 212. So being that the state is the state and has much power, when you cross 212, the state wants them to put up, paint a crosswalk out there. Okay, so and then also pave like 10-foot approaches and put down the little bubbles there for people to see and feel that they're coming up to an intersection. Well, when you paint a crosswalk on a road, that is now a crosswalk and cars have to yield. Speed limit's 55. That's their choice, it's the state. they said that's what they want to do. So they kind of recommended, and this engineering firm recommended, that we paint a crosswalk on B66 out here, right by the bridge. And I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about that.